Hello to everybody at St. Joseph's Primary School in Washington, and especially to everybody in Mrs. Hampson's class in Year 3. Now I want to say a special thank you to everybody in Mrs. Hampson's class, because my name is Chris Callaghan and I am the author of a book called The Great Chocoplot. Now I have heard that you've been reading this book and doing some work on it as well. So I want to say thank you very much for choosing my book. I hope you've been having some fun reading it. Now it's the story, as you will know, about the end of chocolate. So I hope I haven't given you too many nightmares about the end of chocolate. It's a crazy story, isn't it, about what happens when chocolate starts to kind of disappear from the world. So I hope you're having fun following Jelly and a Gran, having all these crazy adventures. And I think you've got to ask yourself as well, you know, what would you do if you found out that chocolate was going to run out in 6 days? You know, would you panic? Would you panic buy? Would you store up lots of chocolate? Would you eat lots of chocolate? Would you share your chocolate? That's an interesting one. Your last bar of chocolate in the whole world, would you share it with somebody? Well, I'll leave that up to you to think about. But it's especially lovely to hear that you have been enjoying and reading this story in Washington, because even though at the minute I live in London, I'm from the Northeast, and I used to actually work in Washington for a good few years. I was an environmental scientist, an environmental consultant, and my offices were based in Washington, not far away from where your school is. And I used to go to the Nissan car factory. I used to go there a lot, and I used to go on the roof and measure the pollution and test all the systems inside the car factory. And I always loved going to the Nissan car factory because it's such an impressive building. You know, the way they do things there are so impressive. It was always a great place to work. So I have a lot of fond memories of Washington. And also, my dad is from Washington, and he actually went to your school. My dad went to St. Joseph's Primary School when he was younger. It was a long time ago. My dad just turned 80 not long ago. So he was at your school about 75 years ago. So I'm sure it's changed a little bit since then. Maybe it's changed a lot. I hope it's changed a little bit. And anyway, I'm sure they've maybe had some extra paint or maybe some new carpets put down somewhere. But it would be very interesting, you know, to maybe find out how much that has changed. But so that's a great connection that I have with your school. So it's lovely to hear that you are reading my story. And when I told my dad that you are reading my story, that made him very happy. Made him very happy indeed. So I've already had some questions from yourselves, and I've sent those answers back to Mrs. Hampson, and hopefully she's gonna pass them on to you. So if you do have any more questions, any more comments, hopefully they'll be nice ones. I'll try and respond to all of them. So I hope you continue to enjoy reading The Great Chocoplot. I hope it makes you giggle, and I hope it maybe makes your tummy rumble, and maybe have a sneaky little bit of chocolate while you're reading it. Okay, so take care of yourselves and look after each other. Okay, you know, enjoy your reading and keep up the good work. So I'll speak to you soon. Bye now.